Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Warlock Master of the Arcane. So, last time, basically kind of just filled out this area a little bit. We're moving, we just took over Turquoise Man's land. We got Orange and Blue at war with each other. Blue is now at peace with us, so if we look at our diplomatic relations window, we are at peace with everybody but King Red, Mr. Teal, who is all the fucking way up here, so what's he gonna do? And so that puts us pretty much free to attack whoever we want, and of course, go after Purple because his land is kind of really choking our ability to do anything from our capital. Like we want to expand evenly from our capital, you know, kind of as much as possible, especially in these early stages of the game, so that nobody can come and take our capital out. Because if they wanted to, they could just march an army down here. So before that happens, we're gonna march an army to them now that Teal is out of the picture, and we're just gonna start surrounding cities. We really want to take Spellmere and Deepwood immediately. If at all possible. That's going to be our priority here. So we're going to bring these mages up here. And we're going to have one Minotaur go, or actually we'll have these rangers do it because they have more. Never mind. We'll have these Minotaurs grab the spider hole on our way out. God, that forest is such a pain in the ass. That took all of their movement points to do. But that's okay. Totally fine. We'll bring our rangers up as well. Looks like they've got their main army situated in Pesty Hall, but they're too stupid to realize, like, hey, wait a minute. There's an army marching past us to our capital because we're not at war yet. So, you know, in the future, these boats, these guys over here are going to come and try to stop our siege. But before that happens, we can get some serious damage done on the capital, which is going to be great. Let's go ahead and actually have the ogres start at the capital, and we'll surround Spellmere with lesser dudes, because this should actually go down pretty quickly, I have to imagine. Archers of Helia are an interesting situation. I think I'm just going to leave them where they are. They should be able to attack Spellmere from there. I don't want to get them into the battle too much, because they are, you know, they're ranged units. Their whole thing is we shoot really far away. So we're going to leave them, I think, in that helpful situation that they're in right now. These dwarves should be especially good at taking down cities, so if we put them on Spellmere, Spellmere should fall very quickly. They have like bonus damage to buildings or castles or whatever you want to call them. We don't have to worry about any people coming to war from up here because we did make peace with Blue. So every single one of these units is going to be coming over here. We're not going to wait to declare war until all these guys are over here. But they'll be able to reinforce after we lose some units, which is kind of inevitable with what we're doing here. We've almost got enough gold to upgrade these, these guys into Archers of Helia, which is going to cost 700. But then we'll also want other upgrades for them. I don't know if we want to do that. I also want out of that menu. But I've been told, by the way, you know how Archers of Helia are immune to buffs because they count as elemental magic. We could actually buff these rangers and then turn them into Archers of Helia if we wanted to. That would take a lot of turns, though. And I'm not totally convinced that Archers of Helia need. I guess they really do want the offensive boosts, but the defensive ones, like if you're using them properly, they shouldn't really be too vulnerable. Let's go ahead and make a town here. We're basically just doing that to get a little bit of extra resources. Whoa. What happened here? I don't know if those donkeys are in a town or not. That's pretty weird. But anyway, Ice Bridge has been formed, and that's just going to be more passive income for us, basically. Right now, the castle is bringing in 2 gold, 5.7 food, and nothing else. But they're not losing anything, so it's just straight up a bonus for us to make that city. So we might as well. Some people have expressed concern, like, hey, building all these cities, isn't that going to cost you money or something? No, apparently that's how it works in Civ. But it's very different in Warlock, where cities are strictly not only a bonus as far as production goes, but also a defensive bonus. That city is one more thing to shoot at things that are coming in here. And it will take some time for the population to get up so it actually does something. Like a 4 is going to do a lot more than a 1, but you know, it's still one more thing to shoot at enemies, which is very nice. Let's go ahead and order some buildings constructed, by the way. Here we go. Treasure House. Plus 100 production here. We should also definitely get rid of this annoying forest right here, so we can just go straight shot through here. We probably won't need to do that anymore, but hey, definitely worthwhile anyway. Let's go ahead and move this this guy down here, and we can form a city here now and have a another temple here and control another holy land, which is always nice. Select some new research, because we did research our previous spell, this like rune or whatever that was called. Greater Dispel removes 1 curse. That could be nice if anybody decides to curse us. Clean the land. Fertile lands. I wonder if fertile lands works on lava. Because it would be kind of nice to not have to pay 3 extra upkeep and lose out on some production from our temple. But at the same time, oh well. Not a huge deal. Raise the land. We already have Greater Lands raising, so that's not so important. I think actually Greater Dispel is going to be good just because we do want to be able to get rid of curses if somebody uses them on us, which is nice. And up here at our castle, it's a fairly high population city up here. We're losing a lot of gold in this place. Oh, because of the excavations, of course. We've also got a pig farm. What are we going for here? I guess because we have the pig farm, we probably want to continue making food, if at all possible. So let's go ahead and make a pub on one of these high food production places. That's going to be -1 gold, but +5 food. And because it's on plains, that's going to be +6 food, I think. Plus 20% of 5 should be 6. And then that 6 food is going to be worth 3 gold per turn. So it's going to be a net positive of 2 gold per turn. Or we can use it to expand our army, which I would definitely like to do. In fact, maybe instead of planning on upgrading those rangers, we should just make some more minotaurs to walk up, because, you know, it's important to have as much army as possible, and we can definitely afford it right now. Soon we'll have that treasure house, and that's going to make our gold production explode, because right now, what's the base here? It's like, looks like about 40, so we're gonna get another 40 gold per turn pretty soon-ish from that treasure house. That's gonna be really nice. And then after that we can start spamming markets here to make even more base gold that's going to be multiplied by a lot by all of those gold multiplying buildings. Changing of the situation of Great Mages. King Rat and Yellow Man now at war. So up here in this area, you know, King Rat decided to go on war with me, and immediately Yellow was like, well, fuck you, I'll go to war with you. And I kind of feel like that's going to be much more of a threat to King Rat than me way over here on the other side of purple. So he's probably going to choose to end the war with me pretty soon. In fact, I wonder if we go into the diplomatic relation window and talk to this guy. Oh, he still doesn't want to talk to me because he just declared war on me, and now he's probably feeling pretty foolish about that, but that's the way the game works. He's not allowed to converse with me until a few turns after he declares war on me. But in a little while, I would not be surprised to see him saying, hey, how about I give you a bunch of gold and you leave me alone because I've got my own shit going on. And, you know, I'll probably acquiesce to that because what else am I going to do? Uh-oh. How the fuck is there this greater fire elemental right next to the city? I guess they're taking care of it. But I really don't want my rogues to get caught in the crossfire there, because you will get caught up in the crossfire, as everybody knows. No, I don't know. That's not even really a joke. That's just like obscure reference. I guess it's not that obscure. People know what crossfire is. I'm trying to decide where the best place for these hunters is. You know what? I'm thinking about casting a Greater Lands Raising right here, because then these ships are going to have a lot more trouble doing anything in this war, and we'll be able to position our dudes way more easily. Let's fucking do it. That's going to put this guy in a big, like, bad situation because his he kind of counts on this bay for defense. So suddenly all of this barren desert over here for me to fight from is going to be great. His ships are only going to have this narrow strip of land to fight from. We just back these guys off, and now when people come in, we can use this as a really good tactical area to fight from. He's got these 5 boats in the river that will be able to shoot at us when we're there, but the nice thing is if we're all the way up fighting the capital, then the boats will not be able to attack us unless they're all the way up here. So I think that's going to be a really good tactical move for us. We're leaving the Archers of Helia there, right. Might as well, I guess, move those guys there. Let's see. Oh, I guess we're done moving people. Recruiting is complete on these Minotaurs. We already refreshed that recruitment. We've got a pig farm complete for some more food. And this Rune of Protection. So self-destructs unit when the perk expires. Okay, so it's permanently stunned, and then in 5 turns it destroys itself. Alright. And then it has this plus 50 melee, plus 50 missile aura to all neighboring friendly units. So if we stick that in there right when we declare war, that's actually going to make it much more difficult for him to attack us, except for the fact that his capital is actually going to be attacking with magic, if I had to guess, instead of missile. But of course we can't actually look at his capital because he's got these fucking veterans sitting on top of it, which sucks. But anyway, let's go ahead and end turn. So Pink's got something going on over here. Oh, of course, they're fighting that fire elemental, but we got out of vision of it, so we can't see it anymore. Because I was kind of afraid of it coming after my rogues. But it looks like these guys probably have it at this point, and they're probably going to capture that Holy Land, which I would definitely like. But hey, you know, shit happens. Wait, do they? No, they totally do have 5 ships. It's weird that having that one, like, Fog of War square makes it look really glitchy when they're moving around. Okay, so I think Purple's getting the idea that something's up at his capital. He's like, hang on a second. Hang on a second. There's a whole lot of enemy units hanging out here, so they're going to send some units over here to maybe defend a little bit more effectively. That's reasonable. You know, I'm not going to complain about that. A real human player would probably just declare war on me and kill as many of those units as possible, but he's a little bit scared to do that, I think. More scared than he should be, because it would be better to get the initiative on me than let me take the initiative. Though either way, it's kind of fucked. Like he's gonna lose this city. But that is a pretty substantial army that he's raised. I really, really wish that I had an AoE damage spell. Those are really handy for situations like this where he's got his dudes all grouped up. We do have Ice Ring. So okay. What we're probably going to do then to kick off this war is put a unit we don't particularly care about in the middle of a bunch of enemy units and then Ice Ring. Because that's going to apply Frostbite to them, which makes them more vulnerable and able to move less. And I think it takes away their damage as well. And it will do a bunch of damage to them. So that's going to be a good way to kick off this war. It's really unfortunate. I would love to have like a lightning storm or something. We could just nearly kill all of these units, and that would be pretty nice, you know. Cavalry! It would be handy. But let's go ahead and start moving these dudes in. Dwarves! Yeah, this is kind of a surprising army. It's not huge by any stretch of the imagination, but it is more than I was expecting. Because he had a bunch of dudes hiding like in this little corner, I guess. I wonder where they were coming from. Maybe they were off like fighting a different war, and then all these people started showing up, so he called them all back. Changing of the diplomatic situation of oh no! Orange and blue have gone to peace. Why? Come on, guys. Come on. You could have totally had some fun there. But yeah, I guess probably what happened is Orange, with his tiny little 3-town place over here, probably just declared peace. Like sent a bunch of money to declare peace because he was not in a good situation. Okay, so here we are here. We've built the alchemy laboratory, which means that we can now make a werewolf production facility, and I feel like that's a good idea, so let's do it. What is that? It's just upkeep. Nothing produced from it, but that will make some werewolves for us, and those are a very good unit, so we might as well go for it. Guess I'll build there. Hang on, wait a minute. I thought I saw... Can we make it all the way down here? Oh, and we can get rid of this jungle. That would be pretty nice. I don't like jungles, so we'll do that. And then over here, we're expanding into lava, unfortunately, but that's okay. What do we have here? We have a library and a mana trap. We can make a wizard's guild or a cleric's guild. Clerics might be nice, but it's a little bit out of the way for they could walk through there. It would still take a long time though for them to get anywhere. I don't know why I made a library, honestly. I think it was just so I could make like a magic bazaar to produce more mana, because we do have kind of a mana problem. I would love to have some more. Yeah, and we do have Temple of Helia producing some serious mana as well. So you know what? Let's go for it. Let's make a Wizards Guild. We'll go down that path, and we'll get rid of some more forest as well, so it's a little bit easier to get through that area. And over here, this is going to be... this is another mana producing area. This is going to cost a lot of money to make all this mana. That's the problem with being a human, is that mana is just so hard to make effectively. Do we really want... this would be a pretty good place for a Wizard Guild, so let's go for it. Let's get rid of these forests so that we can turn them into easily passable terrain, and just go for it, I guess.
Where shall we go?
I do want to make some more money, definitely. That might be a little bit much for mana production, but it will be good to actually be able to cast spells as well. We really need that. Up here, we have... Yeah, I guess we'll make more... Yeah, we have another pig farm, another 2 pig farms here. Yeah, 2 pig farms. Fuck it. We've pretty much gotta just go up the granary tree. So let's make the granary first, and then we can start working on making fishing villages, and stuff like that, to make more food. And again, that food will turn into money, just not as much as if we were just focusing on money. But speaking of money, here we go. Tax offices. Let's get rid of the swamp. It will cost a little bit of extra money, but swamps are a pain in the ass to have around. And then from there, we'll be able to start making more gold boosting facilities, and that will become a pretty major source of income for us. So they're already making, yeah, 20 per turn, so definitely good money production there. That'll be very nice. Let's also go ahead over here. Archers of Helia, you guys should just be defending for right now because I don't want you to move. These Minotaurs can start moving in. Got a lot more units to command, actually. Yeah, all these units are kind of a pain in the ass. But next time they can move a little bit more effectively.
Minotaurs.
I like the Minotaurs right in there. This is gonna be interesting. Maybe we'll just put the Elder Ogre in there, then he can hit 3 at once, and we can cast an Ice Ring on him, and all of those dudes will probably die. That's what we should do. Okay. Got it sorted out, because this dude is functionally unkillable. Like, he's taking... There's no death magic here. None of these things produce death magic, so the most damage he's going to take from anything is 80%, or 20% of the damage. Except clerics, I think, do spirit magic. Yeah, so he'll take the full brunt of that, but it's still only 8. And they'll probably die immediately upon the initial strike. So I think we got this, personally. Let's go ahead and continue commanding dudes. You guys should come over here. So should you. And you. Just come this way. I don't feel like having to command them every time. We got the mages. Mages should probably hang out down this way if we can make that happen. Let's just see what's going on up here briefly. And yeah, we'll bring this guy in here. He's ready to go. Here's our scouts. So we've reached kind of a mountain range here. Hang on though. Castle, castle, castle. Where is the capital? Let's find that out for sure. There it is. Alright. Capital located of Mr. Yellow, just in case we do have to fight this guy. This guy's area doesn't seem very big. He's gotta inhabit this area too, so we'll send the rogues down there to check that out. Game froze for a second. That was weird and kind of unnerving. Let's see here. Okay, so we got these guys. Can we build a city here? Absolutely. Alright, there we go. Old Castle has been founded.
A new city.
And that's going to be access to this temple for us whenever we get the opportunity to build that. We found out that we don't want to go that way because there's like you know, giant fucking fire elemental that way. So let's see what's going on down here. Just verdant plains as far as the eye can see so far. But I'm interested in what's on the other side of pink down here, so we'll continue scouting that way. You guys should basically just defend, nothing to do. Captured cities. Nicholas Frost captured a city. I think he's Mr. Blue.
Rangers!
We got our Rangers. Should we make some more Rangers? I kind of feel like we should. Yeah, let's do it. More Rangers. No problems. What do they... They don't take too much. Just 4 and 2 per turn. And let's go to end turn. Let's see what happens here. What? Who? Where? Where's the idle unit that requires orders? Oh, here we are. Okay. So we'll have them move up and end turn. Alright, so purple continuing his nervous pacing with his boats, continuing walking around randomly with... How did these guys get so injured? Oh, of course, it was the fucking Kraken over there that I mentioned last episode. He's walking his dudes into a boat in the bay with the Kraken that I haven't dealt with yet. I should really also deal with that. Okay, so these guys are just leaving. Here I thought they were getting ready to defend their capital. They're just taking off. Which I almost don't like, because I was excited about the idea that we might be able to take out the majority of his army in one fell stroke. But at the same time, it's going to be better for us if he has to walk his army back while we're taking chunks out of his capital city. Is he at war with anybody? We should definitely check that. So you got blue dudes just walking into my area. I don't know if I like that. Sol de Torvega casting some healing spells. Because he is at war, by the way, with Mr. Teal over here. And it looks like Mr. Teal is probably going to regret that. If I went up there, if I decided to spare purple and just walked my army up to fight Teal, then Teal would totally die. But I would prefer...
You have received a new request, my lord.
I prefer moving, like, logically outward from my main city. Okay, I have received a request. Let's check that out. Kill the Black Minotaurs. Those guys are pretty scary. We'll get a cool shield for some extra melee and missile defense. Some mana and some money. And if we don't do it, then we lose a bunch of money. Where are they? Where's the dangerous wild creatures? Show me. They're in Blue Man's territory, so he's just going to kill those for us. No big deal. So pretty soon we'll get a bunch of stuff for absolutely nothing. We still want to build this temple to Crypta, so we'll see if we can get that done. Maybe this turn, actually, in that city where we built next to the Holy Ground. But up here, we've got excavations going on. We've got a magic testing area. Man, I don't know. I don't know what I want. It's weird having monster cities on barren desert, because we can't really do too much useful with that. Monsters are not particularly good at creating mana, and it costs a lot of money to do that, and I kind of want my money production to go up a little bit. We're getting 140 per turn from Val Morgan. That's crazy. So I kind of feel like we should just we should just producing money, guys. No, we should switch to producing money from this city. Even though, man, it's crazy. We have like tons of magic. I guess not tons of magic, just +6. Oh, it's knowledge that I was thinking of, and food, and then a huge detriment to our excavations. But the thing is, food is going to be severely limited here because of all this desert. Well, I mean, we're already making a lot of food, though. Fuck it. Let's go food. And we can use this on some, well, I guess barren plains before anything, but also on the desert. And you can have granaries and stuff on the desert without that impacting their production, because they're a percentage based, not a... They don't actually produce food themselves. Oh, we found another portal. That's interesting.
We have found a portal to another world.
We definitely want to check those out. There's sweet shit in there, but we don't want to check it out with just rogues, because they'll go in there and immediately die to huge armies of terrible beasts. They're one of the most dangerous places in the entire game. And I kind of just want to keep my rogues away from there, because sometimes demons or something will just pop out and start eating people. So we want to stay away from that portal with our scouts, but we do want to search around a little bit. Okay, so here's a magic fields. We could make a magic testing area or a magic garden. Plus 10 food, plus 10 mana. That's pretty sweet. We're gonna definitely do that. I don't feel like magic testing area would be as good right now, because we don't really need the knowledge so much. It's not doing so much for us. Okay, so here we are down here. We can make a military academy, which will let us make magisters and healers. That would be pretty cool. Or magic bazaar, which would give us more money from everything, and protection potions. Not sure which one to make. I guess we'll make the magic bazaar first, just because of the fact that the military academy doesn't produce anything for us, but the magic bazaar will give us more mana, which seems nice. And up here we'll make, we've got a magic node, so enchanter's workshop, we already have one of those, so not super important. Mana pump, there's more mana, sounds good to me. I like mana. And pretty soon it looks like we'll actually be able to start casting spells. We're getting a pretty good upkeep of mana, and pretty soon we'll have a sizable mana pool as well. And we'll be able to use it to do tactical stuff like this land raising that I affected earlier. Let's go ahead and level up our rogues who have just been wandering around forever. More missile defense, couldn't go wrong there. Did they just lose sight range from that? That's weird. The stubborn knights can start moving in this way. Dwarves should probably just take out Spellmere as soon as possible. These stubborn knights can move in here.
Stubborn knights.
We'll just surround all the cities we can, basically, as efficiently as possible. These mages, I'm concerned about their position. I want them down here, but they're kind of stuck. They're not in the best place. But that's okay, we'll figure it out. Archers of Helia are already in position. These stubborn knights can come down this way instead. Minotaurs can come over here. I apologize, like, this is kind of what I was afraid the Let's Play would turn into, is a lot of army positioning and not as much fighting as was implied in the beginning. This is... in the late game, you end up doing a lot more of this finicky stuff than actually fighting, which is a little bit unfortunate. But we're still scouting around, we're still learning stuff, and pretty soon we'll be at war again. We just gotta set up for it, gotta move our armies. Cold Crypt, not doing so great. What's going on down here? Black Mage. Oh, there's just a purple lord down here. Not very close to where he needs to be if he's gonna defend from my attack. I guess I should probably not send these scouts down there, because they'll just die to purple dudes immediately after we start attacking. What's available here? Neville armor. Yeah, not really worth it. We don't need the missile defense right now. If we start taking a lot of missile damage on those guys, then that's fine, but for right now, totally unnecessary. We've got two more dudes who need defending. This guy's in position already.
Hunters!
Or not defending, but commanding. And yeah, that's a pretty good place for hunters as well. So we're getting close. We found another portal. It's over there. Changing of the diplomatic situation. They broke their non-aggression pact. So pink and blue might be doing some war soon. But I'm in between pink and blue, so I don't know how I feel about that. But hey, I'm sure they'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and end turn. Alright, and these guys need a little bit more commanding. And let's go ahead and end turn. Alright, so what's going on down here? Nothing at all. Pink dude's moving around, purple dude's wandering around. Are you kidding me? What the fuck was that? This guy's just got into a boat in the tiniest little lake in existence. There literally cannot be a smaller body of water than the lake that they are in. What are they thinking? The AI sometimes, man. Alright, so this guy is up to something. He's fighting something down there. But we should definitely just back our rogues off. Or Ratman robbers off, excuse me. From that area. more healing going on. Oh man. Uh-oh, I'm at war. Oh, is it fucking blue again? Here we go. And they're just gonna take Dragonall. God damn it. That's really frustrating. So we're gonna have to send some troops back, I guess, to handle that. But it also looks like they're just gonna suicide a lot of troops on my castles, so, you know, maybe not, depending on how this goes. I really want Orange to go back to war. Orange is back at war! They're back at war with Blue. Alright, perfect. I might not have to respond to that even a little bit. They're gonna take one of my cities, like my smallest city, it seems. Not so concerned about that. I can take it back later and just destroy Blue off the face of the earth while I'm at it.
Congratulations! You have successfully researched a new spell, my lord.
But anyway, I think that's going to be a good end to this episode. I'm sorry it was a little bit of a, like, filler episode. Filler's the wrong word, but it was definitely an episode more about positioning than action. But as you can see, we're pretty much in place for our war with Purple. Not much can stop us now from just starting our attack, and he will be totally fucked pretty quickly, I think. I'm not concerned about this war. We've got his main cities surrounded. We're going to take those guys out, but in the meantime, Blue is at war with us. But Orange has all of these ships just here to help us out, so I'm not too terribly concerned about it. We probably are going to lose Dragonhall. There's really nothing I can do about that at all. There's no way I can get any troops there fast enough to affect a change there. But that's okay. Shit happens. It's not going to threaten our campaign at all, I don't think. It's going to be a minor thing, and again, Orange is going to help us out a lot, because he's going to want to take these cities, and these two are in range of these caravels. So, you know, what's he going to do? Plus, these are actually pretty strong cities, so we're going to be 1- and 2-shotting any enemies he sends forward for a little while. We've also got these Black Minotaurs just hanging out. Maybe these Black Minotaurs are going to take their city here. I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen. It's already very low. And hopefully he takes care of those for me, because I need him to kill those so that I can get cool stuff from my advisor who's just withholding it from me for some reason. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next time, War on Purple, War on Blue, and we'll see you guys next time.